is January 25th, 2019, the official weekend for WWE's Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and boy, do we have some news for you guys today. As always, welcome back to Destination Pro Wrestling. My name is Tony, and boy, do we got a lot to talk about. Some very, very big news and some very positive news as well. So make sure you guys watch this video in its entirety, and if you guys like this content, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and leave a comment down below. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's jump into the first story of the day. Guys, we're going to talk about Kenny Omega and his official status for Royal Rumble. I can't even believe I have to talk about this, but it seems like there's a lot of videos of people talking about Kenny Omega debuting at the official Royal Rumble match, and that does not seem to be the case unless WWE is planning to help Kenny Omega break his contract from New Japan. Obviously, there's like a whole bunch of legal issues, but there was actually a video uploaded, and I know a lot of people didn't see this upload, but Kenny Omega had this video that was uploaded to YouTube, essentially where he was in his hotel, and one of the things that you guys may have noticed was he was getting letters, underneath the door. And one letter in particular said, "Stuck in Japan but looking for more? Why not come on down as entry number 4?" And as you can imagine, this was the offer of a lifetime, right? But what a lot of people seem to miss is the fact that Kenny Omega actually takes this paper and crumbles it up. Now, the reason for that is because legally he cannot show up for WWE's Royal Rumble pay-per-view because his contract does not end until January 31st. And obviously the Royal Rumble is not on the 31st. Now, what was really interesting about this video, and this is obviously keeping people buzzing and people are talking, it's getting people excited, which I think this is exactly what it was designed for. He receives another letter at the door, which basically tells him, hey, what about a match with AJ Styles? And that is really, really cool. And I know obviously there's been a lot of gossip and rumors about Kenny Omega going to WWE, having a match with AJ Styles. I want to share some quick facts with you guys because a lot of people actually did not know this. But there was 2 companies that made some serious offers for Kenny Omega, and both of those companies that were interested in Kenny Omega was Impact Wrestling as well as New Japan. So New Japan was looking to retain Kenny Omega, and Impact Wrestling actually made a very significant offer to Kenny Omega, working limited dates. Now, a lot of people actually don't know this. A lot of people didn't realize that Impact Wrestling was a serious bidder. But the reason for that was because Don Callis is really, really good friends with Kenny Omega. And Don Callis does a lot of the big things for Impact with Scott D'Amore and Ed Nordholm. Now, obviously, that is a really, really cool thing to hear, that Impact is trying to make big purchases in the free agency. Obviously, they're not there where they can, really appeal to these guys. So obviously, it makes sense that Kenny Omega did not accept that offer. But now what's really interesting is this video because it does have people talking, but it's very clear that Kenny Omega is absolutely saying no to the Royal Rumble match, and it makes sense because of contract status. I still can't believe how many people out there actually believe that Kenny Omega is going to show up in the Royal Rumble. And guys, if it somehow happens, I will be the happiest person to say that I was wrong. But I mean, this is clear as day. He is crumbling that paper. He's throwing that paper out because that doesn't make sense. He keeps the AJ Styles letter in his back pocket, and I think that's his way of saying, yeah, I'm going to consider that. But as you guys know, something that we've talked about before are a lot of the reports that have mentioned Kenny Omega plans to work not only for AEW but as well as New Japan. So whether he's exclusive to one or the other is going to be what's really interesting. But obviously, he's got a lot of people talking. He's got a lot of people thinking that he may still end up in WWE. Which I just want to ask a theoretical question. If you guys were booking Kenny Omega in the WWE after the Royal Rumble, would you announce his debut prior, or would you basically let it become a surprise? Now, obviously, for ratings purposes, I feel like WWE would kind of do like what they did with, all these other people and say, hey, we signed this person, and hey, this person's reporting to the Performance Center, blah, blah, blah. They have a tendency to do that using social media. So do you guys think if Kenny Omega were to somehow jump into WWE, do you think they do a surprise on Raw or SmackDown, or do you think they announce it ahead of time to get people to watch the show? Now on to the next story today. We're going to talk about some All Elite Wrestling news. We mentioned previously that they signed a couple new superstars, and some people were like, yo, how do you not know who it is? That's because AEW didn't reveal all of these signings, but they do have plans to release more information. Now, if you guys didn't watch Road to Double or Nothing, it's a new series that Cody Rhodes is doing, being part of All Elite Wrestling. It's basically like a behind-the-scenes background, of everything that's happening going forward to Double or Nothing. And he kind of teases like his match that he's going to have. But one thing that was really cool was they showed him and a coordinator for AEW making the official call to Jungle Boy, who will be signing to AEW. Now, Jungle Boy has made a name for himself in the independent wrestling scene. Obviously, he's starting to gain some traction. And it's a really interesting signing because AEW is taking somebody who may not be the most famous name on the independent scene, but obviously their goal will be to, highlight him and make him look incredible on TV and whatever it may be. Now, what's really interesting with AEW showcasing this is the fact that they've shown that, Chris Jericho and Hangman Page and Joey Janela and some of these other bigger names have been signed. And I'm not knocking Jungle Boy, but it just kind of sounds like it's weird that they've made so many larger announcements before, and now they're just starting to announce some of the smaller names or whatever it may be. Now, this is expected to change because there's going to actually be a pool party sometime in February. There's some more details coming out, but sometime next month, we're going to see some information come out. Brandy Rhodes is going to announce a couple new signings. Some of the superstars from the female division will also be announced at this pool party. It is expected that AEW is going to announce more talent. So I kind of want to just get an overall idea of what you guys personally think about this signing. I think it's a good signing. I think there's a lot of cool things that they could do with Jungle Boy. What's going to be really interesting is, do they give him a new gimmick? Do they repackage him? I want to see what kind of moves they make with somebody like Jungle Boy, who may not have some of the big, free agency power that a guy like Chris Jericho obviously has. And one of the other things that I'm actually really excited about with AEW is how they're using social media to their benefit. This is something I definitely wanted to add into today's video because, the power of YouTube and the power of videos and Twitter and Instagram, it's kind of cool to see that they're utilizing this as a platform to say, listen, guys, we're signing people, we're bringing people to our company. We don't have an official website for whatever reason, but they're showing people that they're making moves, and whether these moves are huge or little, it doesn't matter. They're showcasing it, and they're giving people a sneak peek of some of the things that are happening. So as more signings become revealed, we'll obviously talk about it here on the channel. Okay, guys, and for the final news in today's video, I was so happy to see this. If you guys didn't know, The Rock actually posted a picture on Instagram with him and Roman Reigns. And this is going to be for Hobbs and Shaw, which is a spinoff for Fast and Furious. And this is actually really exciting because now Roman Reigns was officially confirmed to be in the movie, which this will be his debut on a Hollywood film. Now, Hobbs and Shaw is actually expected to be a pretty big title. It's being worked on with Universal Pictures, as well as 7 Bucks Productions, which is The Rock's company. And, Fast and Furious was a really, really big title. This is a spinoff of that. And, having a guy like Roman Reigns, I don't know if he's going to be like a really big character in the movie, but obviously everybody knows what he's battling with leukemia. And he actually looks really, really good. He doesn't look like he's been slowing down. He still looks jacked. So, obviously the best, that's some really good news. The best thing to hear is that he's still doing well. He's kicking cancer's ass. And that's what everybody wants to hear. That's what everybody wants to see. And it's actually kind of been interesting because since Roman Reigns made his announcement that he won't be in WWE, obviously a lot of people were unsure if we were going to hear from him again or if we were going to get some updates. So WWE actually made a little post online about this. The Rock posted something, and then Roman Reigns also posted something on Instagram. So with that being said, good stuff for Roman Reigns. Obviously, all the best well wishes to him. And, hopefully he comes out on top. And I think everybody would love to see Roman Reigns back on TV. I know for a fact I want Roman Reigns back on TV. But in the meantime, we're going to get to watch him in a movie with The Rock. And who knows, guys? This might be something that opens up more opportunities for him. And that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. He's able to work now, especially when he's not working for WWE. He still gets to do something. And he gets to do something with, a pretty big, there's like a pretty big momentum shift for this movie because people want to see what The Rock is going to be capable of doing, which obviously we're all expecting pretty big things. And that's exactly why I'm excited to see things are going well. And honestly, I just hope for the best. And if we get any teasers or trailers or whatever it may be, I think a lot of you guys might be interested. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll be happy to share my reactions and the reveal to you guys as well. And guys, don't forget, we're giving away some free merchandise to some of the best comments down below. So make sure you guys leave a comment and let us know. We're going to hook some people up with some hoodies and some t-shirts. We're working on getting these out to some of the best comments in recent videos. And guys, with that being said, my name is Tony from Destination Pro Wrestling. I appreciate you guys stopping by to watch this video. If you guys like this and want more content, smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and guys, make sure you click that subscribe button. Over 11,000 strong. Thanks for watching Destination Pro Wrestling. I'll see you next time.
You have reached your destination.